Hello, welcome to the craft room. My name's Tina. This is Simply in Stitches. Now, I've not made many videos this year. I've been very lacking, but for some reason I think it might be the sun. We have actually seen the sun over the bank holiday, and I thought I fancy vlogging. I've had the idea of vlogging for a little bit, but I haven't got into it. So I thought April I think is going to be a good month. And so that'd be a good month to actually start the vlog. The garden's coming to life and yeah, things are getting brighter, I've got more energy. So let's do a bit of vlogging through April. So I thought, as it's the 1st of April today, the best thing to do is give you a little update of what I was up to the end of March, because I cast on a cardigan that I don't think I even spoke to you about before. So I think we'll start there. So we're do the knitting, then the cross stitch. So if you want to jump ahead a little bit to the cross stitch, you can do that, but I'm going to start the knitting. So my new project is a Baloo cardigan, and it's an open front cardigan. I've got plenty of yarn in stash, so I can make it with longer sleeves and longer length, because I want it to go jeans just to throw on sort of through the end of spring and into summer. So it could be like over a t-shirt or whatever, just with jeans for extra warmth. I've knit this twice before. I really like it. It's in 4-ply fingering weight yarn. And it's a paid for pattern. You can get it on Ravelry. I'm knitting it in Drops Nord, of course. So this is an alpaca wool blend with polyamide. I do use it for socks. If you're new here, you'll see this a lot. It's very affordable yarn, so it's 45% alpaca, 25% wool and 30% polyamide, so you can use it for socks as well as other things. It's nice and soft. I've used it for garments before. It's lovely feel on your skin as well. It's really light, so it makes a really nice garment, just in the lighter 4-ply. So this is where I am now. Yesterday, because it has been in the naughty corner, but it's not the garment that should have been in the naughty corner, it's me that should have been in the naughty corner, because I packed it away. I didn't put my stoppers on it, and I put it in the bag, and of course I lost some of the stitches. So I picked up the stitches and carried on, and then it wasn't until I'd done a couple of rows that I thought, hold on, this isn't right. And what I'd done is a rookie error, which is fine if you're new to knitting, but not when you've been knitting for about 45 years. What I've done is, when I picked up, because I'm so used to going in the round, I didn't make sure that I had my yarn on the right side. So my last stitch was on the wrong needle, which meant I thought I was knitting when really it should have been over the other side. So I was purling. So like I say, it was my mistake completely, and I should have checked. I have been watching TV knitting this, so I was obviously just not paying attention, just thought, yeah, whack the stitches back on and carry on. But so it is a raglan construction, so I've got the raglan increases there, so that's, it's hard to show at this point, isn't it? That's where the arms are going to come, shoulders, and then it's a V-neck down there. So it's a really nice sort of soft, natural sort of green colour. So I'm thinking it's going to go with a lot of things. It is going to be warm, being alpaca and wool for warmer months, but we're in the UK, we need the warmth. But even if it's just like in the evening when the sun's gone down, if you're sitting outside, a cup of tea, glass of wine, and yeah, reading my book, and I just want to put an extra layer on, then that will give me nice warmth with a light item. So really happy with that now that I've sorted it out. And it is a very straightforward knit. As I say, it is just backs and forwards. When you get to the sleeves, just knit it on small circlers. So yeah, all nice and easy when you keep your stoppers on so you don't lose your stitches. So that is the cardigan. The other cast on that I have is the Soccer Mitts by Dreams in Fibre. And you may be thinking, Tina, you're not doing very summery knits, are you? But these are actually for my stepdad. He's got dementia and he gets really cold hands to the point of his little hands were blue last time I saw him. So I said, I'm going to knit you some little mitts. So he's not going to be playing football, but he can wear them in the house just to keep them nice and warm. Now I've knit this one before and I love this pattern. I don't think I showed you my original ones. So these are the ones I did for myself, beginning of the year I think it was. And so I knit them a bit longer than the pattern on the fingers because I thought I could always turn them down if they're too long for what I'm doing. But I thought if they're longer, then if I'm out on a walk, I can just pull my fingers in to get that bit of warmth. So yeah, rather than the ones that flap over because they annoy me because they flap. So these are Drops Nord. Once again, excuse the nails, I've been gardening. So yeah, they're just a nice simple mitt, and there's a really easy chart to follow for the thumb. So all you do is your increases for the thumb and then use DPNs, which is the only drawback of these. DPNs just to do a few rows, literally 8 rows of for the thumb. And then just finish, but you can literally customize them to what you want. So you can go longer down here or up here, whatever you want to do. It's an easy pattern. Apart from that section there for the thumb, you can change it to what you want because it's just straight. So those were my ones. But then for Brian, I didn't want to do them in the Nord because I thought they might be too sort of woolly. So I thought I wanted them to be more, so they just blend in. So it isn't like so much, oh, I've got outside winter mitts on. So I just did them in this yarn. So this is Drops again. Is it the Flora? It's the wool alpaca mix again, just in like a light denim blue. So I've done his a bit shorter because obviously I didn't want them to be in the way. I didn't want them to make his hands slippy so he couldn't hold on to like hot drinks or whatever. So that's the first one. We're going over to see them today, this afternoon. So I'll finish the first one, but I want him to check it's the right size before carrying on with the second. I've cast on the second. I've lost one of my what's it again. So I've cast on the second one. I'm just knitting them on 9-inch circulars. So just on the rib, but I want him to try them on. But I did check when I said I was going to make him some gloves. I did say to him, put your hand up, and I put mine over. And we have got about the same size hands, so they should fit him nicely. They do stretch a little bit to fit my hand, but they have got plenty of stretch as well, so they do accommodate different sizes of hands, I should think. My hand is small. I'll say small to medium. And this is the only size they have in the pattern. So if you have hands on the larger side, you might want to go up a little bit further. But if you knit socks, there's not much difference in the stitch count, so you can always put your hand in your socks. If you do a 64 stitch sock, you can put your hand in your sock and see how that feels to how many stitches you're going to need. It's all very scientific around here. Nothing stands to chance, it's all scientific. So that is all of the knitting. I'm getting hot. I've got the window closed because next door is doing his garden. And I get embarrassed easily. Right, where are we? So the one I'm going to show you is the one I've been working on over the weekend and last week. So the cross stitch stitching is from Cross Stitch for the Earth, Emma Congdon. And this is on a plain white 28 count even weave. I shall put a picture here of how it looks when it's finished. So it's supposed to be live in the sunshine, and then I've done swim in the sea, which is the part I was up to last time. So if I hold it down there, then I'd done that bit last time. And then this time I've done all of the green, and I've not quite finished the tree. I was hoping to finish the tree, but I haven't finished that. But it's the 1st of April, so that means on the 1st I've got my stitch along to start, so I'm excited to start that today, so I should be doing that. So that is how far I am. So yeah, I love this piece. It's really nice to work on, and I have had to fudge it. My count is out. So yeah, we'll see how I get on when I have to match it up to the other side. But I do really love working on this piece. As I say, it's just plain fabric, and I'm using from Stash colours, so they're not the colours that were suggested from the colour, but I'm just having fun with it. It's a fun piece to have fun with. So that is where I am with that one. So then I've got to clear out my little tray to put in my next one, because next we have Taro for Stitches. So this is my starting point. So it started in February, then I've done March. So I am going to be doing 2 more of these cards starting today. But before I start that, I need to, because they're going to be under here. So I need to bring this border down, and I also need to do some buttons here. So where's my... I can show you the chart because it's in 15 pieces, the border. So you're not going to work out much from this. So this is what I've got to do. I've got to do this border here, and then I've got buttons to make these 2 spaces. And then the cards that have just been released this morning is the Emperor and I never know how to say this, Hierophant. He is like a wise man. He's like a scholar. I don't know if he's got religious, like a priest sort of, but yeah, he's like a scholar. So I should put the pictures up here so you can see what I'll be doing. So the first one, the Emperor, is going to be very much, let me hold this over, is going to be very much like the Empress last time, but using the turquoise, I say turquoise, bluey green colour. So that will be fun. So yeah, I'm excited to start that, but I'm not going to start it until I come back later. So we'll see how far I get with that one. So yeah, it's bank holiday here. It was supposed to rain, and it's beautiful sunshine, which I'm glad about, but yeah, so we're supposed to have a week of rain now, but we've got sunshine, so fingers crossed it's not going to be such a bad week as we thought it was going to be. I'm back to work tomorrow, and I've changed my days. I don't usually work on a Tuesday, but to help catch up, I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday this week instead. So we'll see how I get on doing a little bit of a vlog after work, see how that goes. I finished some framing, so let me go and get my framing to show you from last time. On the way down to get the framing, I realised I hadn't shown you the sock. I was knitting on this in the last video. So this one's all finished. This is yarn that I had knit into a hitchhiker shawl, and I wasn't wearing it because it's not my colours, but I love the colours, and so I ripped it back to make socks. So I only got one because I went on to other things, but this is how it looks. So I haven't done very well there. I'm gonna have to say that. I don't know what happened, but these are really soft, this yarn. So I'm thinking maybe I might, they didn't feel so soft, well they feel soft but they don't feel so delicate. On here they feel really delicate, so I was thinking maybe they should be like summer evening socks when you like come in and you've got bare feet and you just want some like cozy little socks on. They might be for that. They are definitely not going to be work boots socks. So I think the yarn, and somebody mentioned this in the video when I said I couldn't remember, I'm sure it is like Free Bubs and Lala. Definitely a Lala. I'll have to find out. I'll find out for you for later on. But yeah, it's a beautiful sock. I got it like 2017, the yarn from, what's it called? The Yarn Festival in Yorkshire. You're all shouting at me. It's menopause brain, I can't help it. Right, so yes. So that is them. So well, that is it. So I need to do another one of these socks as well, but Brian's mitts come first, so I'll finish those off first. And so going on to, oh, I've got a bit of candle wax on here. These have been on the fireplace, and yeah, somehow, that's not good, is it, near the stitching? I bet that's when it's been blown out or something. So, Easter bunnies. So I have had the Easter bunnies up in these frames. So I spoke about these frames in the last video. If you're interested, they're from the range. And yeah, I think they look really nice in there. I've been really happy and enjoying those. And I think they are spring, not just for Easter. Because they're not too egg shaped, are they? So yeah, I'm going to call those spring ones, and I'm going to keep them up until I decide not to. So yeah, that is the first frame in, and then in the same frame but in a bigger size. And now I've put wax from the candle onto this one, and I'm flicking it off the other one. This is going well, isn't it? So this is the other Emma Congdon, and it's from the same book that I'm doing the one at the moment. And I'm really liking this one. I have got it in the living room, but it's as you come down the hallway, so you see it from a distance. And yeah, I really love this one. I think it's really effective. It's like through the trees. So I'm really happy with that. So that fitted in nicely. I don't use glass in mine. I like them to be open. So yeah, just literally, I mean, generally I will use the pinning method. But when I did these ones, I just used a bit of hot glue around the back, just put them on a board, used a bit of hot glue. And then I did it with this one as well. And I shouldn't have done really. But I do find that hot glue, you can pick it off when it's cold if you need to. Because obviously I've made mistakes with it before, and so if it needed to come off, and there's plenty of fabric. I wasn't doing it near the edge. There is plenty wrapped around, and I did it far away from the edge, so it's not going to damage it. But yeah, I went for the lazy girl method. For anybody who's interested, don't come to me for framing advice, because I will take the easiest, quickest option. I like stitching, don't particularly like framing, but there you go. It's done. Done is better than perfect, as they say. So I think that is it for now. So I might come back and speak to you later. We shall see what develops through the day. But yeah, the washing machine has just finished going crazy, which means I need to do something with that. So I'll just talk to you later. We are back from Mum's. It was a lovely afternoon, and Brian tried his little mitt on and it was perfect size. So that's a relief. So I shall carry on knitting the left hand one. So yeah, do a little bit of that tonight, but then I also want to do my tarot. So I have got my tarot things all set up in my box, so that's the one I'm going to be working on for the next few days. I'm going to start here. I'll take it out of the box. So I'm going to start here and bring this down first, so we'll see tomorrow how far I get with that one. Don't know what we're going to be watching tonight. We did watch, we just finished the other night, the Marlowe Murders Club, which I've listened to on the library app and BorrowBox, and it was really good. So when I saw it's going to be dramatised on Channel 5, we watched it. It was in 2 parts, I think, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm sure there's other books, so I hope they're doing more of those books. So if you can get hold of that, I recommend that. It's very much a cosy mystery, and yeah, it's like housewife sleuth sort of thing. Very amateur sleuthing to find out who the murderer was. So I really enjoyed that, but I don't know what we're going to watch now. I think we're at that in-between stage of we've finished off some series, so we need something new to watch. I washed a load of socks today and they're dry. And so all my Drops Nord ones I'm going to put away because I've got out my spring socks, which are brighter colours and not so thick, because these are definitely a bit warmer than the normal just wool ones. So yeah, Drops Nord in all the colours. How many have I got of these now? Because this is all I've been knitting on for my socks recently. So there's one, oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs in all the colours. I thought there was more than that. It seems like more than that. So yes, they are going to go put away until the autumn. And so I'll be having fresh, new, different socks to wear. So that's fun. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. And I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.